Okay, and we're back. So I got some more goodies in the mail. So this is a eBay turbo oiling kit, in and out. I got for the miscellaneous parts, but it has pressure line, return line, and some miscellaneous fittings, most of which will do what I need it to do. And this here is the oiling bar I was telling you about. So not only does it have the, I'm pointing at it without the camera, this really coarse thread that's nothing like a pipe thread, but it also has a very small orifice and an extender which points directly at the gear and the bearing setup to help to oil the deal. So that's your brass oil bar. What are you doing? Oh. Alright, well, I've done it again. Got more mail. Got me one of these Quantum, what's it say? QFS 343, 340 liter per hour pump with install kit. Oh, I'm frogging up. Came with good reviews. Oh my goodness, hang on. There we go. Came with pretty good reviews, but it's supposed to be good for 600 horsepower, which is right where I should be under, at or under. So, you gonna pop the bubbles?
Yeah.
Cool. Also got me a new tap. Got me the cheap Century because that's all I could find. But that's what I get for breaking my good ones. I say good ones. Probably the ones I had were made in China too, but it is what it is. Hey big man, you ready to go in the house? We'll cook some dinner. We're gonna make kebabs. Alright friends, we had a fairly successful day. Tired, can't even talk. It's hot. Hot. But I'll show you what we got. Got the mock-up mounted. I still gotta move my jumper positive cable in that big harness. I think I can just pick it up. I'll run the air filter underneath it, but bracket mounted. Got the idler on it. I'm running the stock belt now, but the new belt will run in the same, hey, quit. Run the same location, and then it'll come under that idler, over supercharger and back to power steering down yonder, like I described in a previous video. This is similar to what the intercooler piping will look like on this side of the engine. Goes down through the coarse port to the intercooler. And then, so these are just spacer pipes I've made, but it will get 5 solid mounts. I'm going to drill so the bolts fit tight in them, not just regular pipes. I've got some solid stock I'm going to drill out so the bolts are tight. and they don't waller around and the thing can't move. And of course I'll pull it back off of there and paint it, because it's steel and it will rust if I don't. And then like I said, I'll have to figure out something to do with the air filter on the back side, but I've got that fancy TRD adapter, which is nice and flat. I can probably come up and put a 90 on it, air filter back here somewhere. So, pretty happy with the mock-up so far. It looks like it's going to clear everything I was trying to clear. Clear the computer and the wiring harness. And, oh, can't see without light, but the belt clears all the bolts, because I countersunk them. I made little cups and welded them on the back side of that bracket instead of putting legs and running through, which I was going to do, but couldn't find bolts the proper length and 10mm 1.5, so I made little buckets and welded them on the back side. So there you go, there's an update. Alright YouTube, sorry I've been working right along, forgot to film anything. So I have got my oil pressure line hooked up. I pulled this off, drilled it and tapped it, and now I've drilled a hole in the oil pan. I just finished tapping it. You see my threads in there. I'm fixing to screw my fitting in there for my drain. It's just slightly above the oil level line, but the truck doesn't have about an extra half a quart in it right now, so it's above the oil level line. Hook up the drain. I did got the belt on it. I got the spacers on it properly, so I'll set it down, I'll show that to you, and we're going to spin this supercharger for the first time with the engine. See what happens. Alright, friends and neighbors. So, there you have it. I got the drain line plumbed in. You can see I got a union, two barb pieces connecting these two lines, because the piece that came in my oiling kit wasn't quite long enough, which is no big deal because I've got more line, but I put this on here temporarily on account of I can't get to the bottom of the supercharger while it's mounted, so it'll have to wait till it comes back off for me to put a longer piece on. But I just now, that's it's got transmission on it too, that's why it's red, but I have ran it a couple of times. I did not get you first run on here because I'm by myself and it's hard to film and work at the same time. But what I've done is I verified I had oil pressure on top, and then I came down to the bottom and I took that drain line off, and I verified that it was draining into that bucket, which meant the oil was going through the supercharger. So it should be oiling the way it's supposed to be. And so now I'm not worried about it blowing up. I did have to modify my alignment slightly. I guess here, let me do this. Here, I had to modify my alignment slightly on my pulleys on account of first time I started it and run the belt off. But I ground a little bit off the back of the pulley where it sits on the shoulder on the supercharger. Maybe just a fuzz closer, about a 1/16 of an inch. Maybe an 1/8 of an inch. Maybe an 1/8 of an inch closer to the supercharger here. Did the same thing with my idler. Another development, I couldn't find the exact size belt. The only belt I could find was slightly smaller than what I needed, so I ended up going with a different idler. I just went to Advanced Auto, and the nice gentleman let me go behind the counter and paw through the boxes till I found what I wanted. And now it works pretty good. What light is best for seeing the belt routing, but let's fire it up so y'all can see it. There it is spinning. It's blowing air. The wheel on the back is just howling. So, woohoo! Major improvement, major advancements. This is a big day. Let's see how I do this. So, it's a exciting day. Pretty happy right now. So, I did get my injectors in, although they're for later model, so I'm still awaiting my adapters. I don't know if you can you see me? I'm awaiting my adapters, so they'll plug in. I have right here some Speed Engineering stainless headers, which I'm excited about. I also have over there in those boxes behind golf clubs, which, for those of you who wonder, I have played golf a time or two. I'm not any good, and those are not my clubs, no. So, those are 3-inch pipes, builder kit, stainless, and behind the golf clubs that you can't see is a box of a couple of rowdy sounding mufflers that'll go with it. So, next up, the rest of all these bits and pieces. Excited. Thanks, bye.